Bob Carr, thanks for your time tonight.
Good evening, Brian. It's very good to be with you.
You're a senior man in the ALP. How do you think things are going?
In Australia, Brian?
Yeah.
Well, I'm overseas a lot.
But you must read the papers. You have relatives here. You must keep in touch.
I do, Brian. My point is that I've been in New York recently. I am, after all, the foreign minister.
And you were in Fiji recently?
I was in Fiji this week at the South Pacific Forum, Brian.
How did that go? Because the head of the Fijian government said you came into the meeting with preconceived ideas.
Well, he's right. I did go into the meeting with preconceived ideas, yes.
So what was the point of the meeting?
To test, Brian, those preconceived ideas. He had preconceived
how
ideas
did your preconceived
too.
ideas come out?
My preconceived ideas stood up pretty well, Brian, as I had preconceived they may well do.
That's why you preconceived
That is the reason that they were the ideas I had preconceived. Those ideas were subject to very rigorous
preconception.
While
you're
thought.
away, I suppose you're aware the Craig Thompson affair has been pushed off the front page.
I did notice that, Brian.
By these allegations about Peter Slipper.
Yes, Mr. Slipper has been alleged to have engaged in the misuse of cabbages.
No, misusing cab charges.
I must read those things more carefully.
But my point is the government is in trouble, isn't it?
Well, government is always in a bit of stress, Brian. Stress is in the nature
Mr. Carr,
of... Brian, I was out of politics for a long time and I watched it happening. It's not as if I've been living on Mars.
Sure. Where have you been living?
In Maroubra, Brian, which is south of
I know where Maroubra
Sydney,
is
a
in
very
Sydney.
beautiful area.
You're obviously enjoying the role of Foreign Minister, aren't you?
I am, Brian. Yes, I'm a history man. I love...
You like history?
I love history. I think the great movement of man, the tectonic plates of human action...
It's a human story,
It's a human story, as you correctly say.
But the party must be looking to you at the moment. The government's falling apart, obviously.
The government is not falling apart, Brian, but what it has to do is retrieve the discussion of the national agenda. We need to get down the wicket to the bowling. We've got Tony Abbott over there articulating precisely nothing, and the public have got to be careful here. Be careful what you wish for.
Do you think an election seriously is winnable for
undoubtedly, an election is winnable. I mean, Brian, as Lincoln himself said...
Abraham Lincoln?
No, Trevor Lincoln, Brian. He's a panel beater in Maroubra. And as he said to me the other night, Bob, your left back door's buggered, but if you keep her in third, I think you'll get home.
A useful lesson.
Oh, yeah. Wise words, Brian. And as Cicero was very good on this as well.
Trevor Cicero, the roofing contractor?
No. Cicero, Brian, the Roman Republican. As he wisely said, an unjust peace, Brian, is better than a just war.
Profound words.
Now, the Gettysburg Address, which is the next number I'd like to perform... Pardon?
Thank you very much for your time. We're finished. Thanks.
We'll run out of time?
Yep.
And now is the winter of our discontent. Made glorious summer, Brian, by the son of your...
Address.
Pardon? No, I was issuing a statement about the current government. The Gettysburg Address is next, Brian.
Yeah, no,
Hang
we're finished. Look, OK.
Pardon?
We're finished. Next week, maybe.
Well, I'll wait. I'll just practice. 4 score and 7 years ago.